And Sheikh Rashid Bani, I don't know if he accepts this situation or not. Can we put it in the charger?
Yes, it is.
شو؟
تلفون على الشيخ بشير؟
لا بدي تليفوني يشتغل. طب إذا أي تليفون ثاني؟
يمكن especially I think it will just take a little bit.
Is this correct though? Is happening right?
Yeah, but it needs time to charge.
We'll leave it on.
I think I can do it from here, but you need to log into or
لأن هذا بيستخدمه يعني ما فيني أستغني عنه.
Please start. I can.
You start or not?
Yeah, it's already cancel and then it's.
Yes, يعني we should start.
Yes.
And you couldn't make any.
No.
Because I think
It's
there's
live.
cutting in the.
Yeah, with this live
Yeah.
stream, you can add this live, and then after that you can change.
Yes.
Okay, Bismillah.
Okay, so. So this person, these scholars, they were in Mecca, in Arafat, in Hajj time. And you know, in Hajj time, some of people familiar that they make a kind of dua and crying and shouting and and they make like you feel it's going by force. And you have to get maghfirah and we have to get and the people who are familiar, they are waiting for this type of Sheikh Bashir was there. He just wake up, make a little bit of ibadah and make short dars and then go to sleep. And the people say, oh, Sheikh Bashir, we want to make the dua, we want and there are other scholars and they are waiting for shouting and crying. And he said, no, it's okay. It's done. What? It's done. And if you shot the bird and the bird is so what you need to make 500 okay, is what you need, the mark is done. But you know, this is the difference between, as we said, هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون? Are the people who knows like the people who doesn't know? هل يستوي الأعمى والبصير? Is the blind like the seeing person? أم هل تستوي الظلمات والنور? Is the nur like the darkness? I think these messages from Allah Azza wa Jal is very deep message. It's very deep message, and at least the leader of the people, the spiritual leader of the people, should be from those people. Otherwise, he don't know where he's leading the people. Okay, the mass of the people are blind. Okay, but the person who leads them should be at least, you know, at least with one eye. We have a proverb. We said that the person with one eye between the blind people is a king. He's a king. It's right, but at least he sees some. He know the way. He know the street. He know the. But unfortunately, today we didn't teach our Sharia students how to understand this spiritual meaning, how to lead the people through this spiritual meaning. We teach him to make wudu, to make biyu, ahkam al-zakah, ahkam. This is what we teach him in all Sharia subject. You don't find this in the studying. You know what? If I am the man who owns the Sharia faculty, I will not graduate any student until he get certificate in Tazkiyah, until he get certificate in pure heart. How you فاقد الشيء translated?
You cannot give what you do not have.
You cannot give what you do not have. But if you put turban, you cannot give what you don't have. If you have a big beer, you can't give what you don't have. Impossible. It doesn't matter with the term and with and this is, you know, all these. I think, especially for the Sharia and for the Shiyukh and for the Imam, and I should test him in Hikmah. I should test him in Tazkiyah. I should test him in ilm, this is what I should test you. But to see all the fiqh Hanafi and fiqh Shafi'i, okay, I study all these type of fiqh and all these type of ulum. This type of ulum will not rebuild the ummah. Today the child know how to make wudu and how to make salah, and that's it. Yani. Subhanallah. Any other question? Rayyan, no question. So I think there is a very important thing we are doing in our meeting. One of these is follow up. Following up is very important, and I found how much the follow-up procedure enrich our meaning and enrich our walking in the way to Allah. You know, now we consider all of us in the school, which help us in our way to Allah Azza wa Jal. And this school is the most important school in your life. Today, if someone need to take bachelor degree, how much time he need?
4 years after high school.
Baccalaureate, 12 years.
Oh, from the beginning, yes.
Yeah, 12 years. And after these 12 years, what is the knowledge he get? Subject, verb, object, A, B, C, D, sentences. He know how to write an essay. He solve formula from the first grade or second grade. I don't know.
Basic.
And how many teachers he has through this stage?
Hundreds.
Huh? A lot of teachers. 12 years. A lot of teachers. Just to take what? This bachelor. So if someone need to know his way to Allah, if someone need to have this certificate of the Qalb Salim, if someone need to have this certificate of Tazkiyah, how much he need? The people, they think, okay, just if I have a lesson 1 month, 1 year, okay, I will make Umrah after that. And the people, they put in their hidden, if I make Umrah and Hajj, everything will be okay. The page will be wide, and and that's is the end and everything. So they treat and they act with their religion as it is very easy way, and it's the easiest thing in their life. And maybe the mortgage of the car or the house is more difficult than their religion life and their religious life. This is very big mistake. What we do now, as I said, we adding the practicing, we adding the very important step which missing in general in our religious speech. We miss the last step. We miss the what we call this last step. I think in all the type of project, there is always what they call the last mile.
Final phase.
The last mile. For instance, there is telecom company. They build satellite, they build network, they build the switching. All this is great. And then they have the main cables or the main, and then there is the cable to the subscriber. The last, this is what we call this last mile. Also for the network of electricity, the same. For the network of water, the same. We have a great project, but at the end there is the last mile. And this last mile, this is the easy, maybe this is the last part. This is technically or scientifically, it is the easiest part. There is no machine. There is no. It's the last part, but this one is the most important, because without this last part, there is no service. And if I have great bread dam, and I have a great generator for electricity, and I have big high voltage network, but I don't have last mile. What is the use of this? It's useless. It will not. It will be useless. So, for this reason, I think this is what we try to do now. We try to focus in this last mile step, and I'm going now with many groups all over the world. Maybe 4 now or 5 groups, but and I found different response from them. I found different response. The most group I found the good response from them is the Saturday group. This group on Mixer. This group all over the world. I mean, they are joining from 25 countries all over the world. And those people try to practice exactly what I gave to them and try to give me the feedback of this. For instance, I give that before every prayer, we should make zikr, we should make istighfar, make zikr at least 100 times, Allah, Allah, and then pray. And to see what is the result. If there is feedback, so those people give me feedback, and they give me very useful feedback. I will ask you now, if you have chronic disease, and there is no medicine for this disease, and we make a new medicine, and we try to test this a new medicine, and we will find the feedback of the people to this new medicine. And if we found a medicine, it will be very, very great, very helpful. Today, in our Muslim society, prayer or ghafla in prayer is a chronic disease. Today, ghafla in prayer is what? It's a chronic disease. Until, no one didn't complain. Oh, Sheikh, when I pray, I think everything, I feel, I saw. Okay. So, one time, there's big khatib, and he give a speech in Jum'ah prayer, and a lot of people attend. And when I talk to him after the when I talk to him after the prayer, he said, "Oh, Sheikh, please help me. Also, I'm in the prayer. It's not okay. I have ghafla in my prayer. I have a lot of whispering. I have a lot of thinking. And I said, how can you help the people if you couldn't help yourself? So this is chronic disease, and we need to respond. I should have response from your meeting. What is this response? Some of the people said, "Oh, Sheikh, you give us this, but it didn't. It's not useful. I tried, but it is not useful." Someone else said, "Yes, I tried, and it is useful." Do you know why? There is one of my brother in Paris. He's a lawyer in Sorbonne. He's teaching in Sorbonne, and Sorbonne is one of the biggest college in law in the world, in the level of the world. And he said to me, very important message. He said, "Oh, Sheikh, I tried this, and it didn't fit. It was not useful until I reached 4 masbaha. 4 masbaha means 400. After 400, it's perfect. I feel the prayer is changed, and you know what? Okay, I give the idea, but it's different from everyone. And I said, okay, now it's the winter is very cold. We have to use coat. Okay. But you choose the coat according to your size. Coat is the concept, but the size is the personal. Someone will bring medium, someone will bring small, someone will bring X large. But what is the idea? To use the cover, to use the coat. So this person responds after 400. Maybe you will respond after 100. Another, But this is give, and alhamdulillah, when I received this, and they said after that, okay, we try this, but later on, we forget to do it. It's good, it's fit. So I told him something. My mission is to help you to feel and test. Now, the continuity is your mission. It is not mine. I cannot make you go on. I teach you. I help you. I let you know, oh, alhamdulillah. Now I feel dhikrullah. You know, when you feel dhikrullah, it's unbelievable step. It is very great jump. It's not easy at all. You know, and this is my mission to help you to reach this. But the continuity, it is not, I couldn't. Maybe I remind you, maybe I push you a little, maybe I try to do, for instance, I planning from now to Ramadan. I hope in Ramadan we can do it in a mosque, in one of the mosques, that to pray a Fajr prayer and to Allahumma salli ala Nabi, make zikr, to make a small lecture, 10 minutes, and then make zikr until the sunrise and pray 2 rak'at duha. And it is like 2 Hajj and Umrah, and you do it in Ramadan. You know what? So it is, but inshallah, we prepare to this. May Allah help us to do it in a way or in another way. So this is the idea that your response is very important. Some of them said me, okay, I try this isti'ana. I watch myself, how much time I make this isti'ana. I watch myself, how many times I didn't do isti'ana and found it's good. But later on, I forget. Later on, I forget. The other one, he said, I start with this 5,000. And I feel also this 5,000 is very important. Why? Because it's difficult to make this 5,000 when you are sitting and concentrating. You have to take your numbering when you are walking, when you are driving, when you are... And also, I receive an amazing response. Some people said, now, before that, we make zikr only when we are sitting. But now we feel our heart when we are walking, when we are shopping, when we are driving. And this is very good. Because do you know what? This is what we need to go step by step. Rayyan know to play football on the video game. But now I have to prepare him to go to the real stadium. So to move him from this to this need training, need to go from. So I think this practicing, I am not sure, but maybe it will not repeat in your life. And maybe you will have this chance, and maybe you will not have another chance, someone to come and teach you such a kind of this practicing in this way. Because as I am guaranteeing this, I practice this method more than 45 years. I know the teachers, I know most of them 90%, no one know 100%, but I know 90% of the teachers who follow this, I know. So, and I know some of my students, the old students, now they have the chance to practice this. So going in practicing is not an easy way. So we should take this matter seriously. To fix our prayer. How to fix our prayer? Fixing our prayer is a chronic disease. And if we found a medicine to fix this chronic disease in the Muslim prayer, now we will give something to all the Muslim Ummah. Don't look, we are 20 or 10, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many people working in search center to give a medicine to a chronic disease. No one cares if they are 10 or 5 or 20. No one cares. Or 2,000. They want at the end what? The medicine. So now you give a medicine. As I said, a lot of people, they said, okay, our salah is just standing, sporting, sometimes losing, thinking. So now you have the time. I will give you the prescription again. The prescription before your salah. Sit for a while, make little istighfar, make dhikr Allah for 100 or until you feel you are okay now, you connect to Allah, now stand up and pray. Okay, someone said, oh Sheikh, sometimes we just make our salah, we don't have time. I don't tell you to do this when you don't have time, when you are rushed, when you are. I tell you when you have time. I tell you this when you have time. Yesterday, I walk in to some of my places, and I usually go through the maps in this. Yesterday, I have time, and it's good with that. And he give me another route. So let me try now. It's the time to try it. Everything has a suitable time. I don't want you to do this when you are rushing and don't have time, but I want you to test this and try this when you have time. Just sit, connect with Allah, because what is the prayer? It's connection at the end. If you start your prayer with ghafla, how you will connect? Later on, when you are in the prayer, you will connect. It will not fit. It will not be. Today, we are between two situations. Between zikr or ghafla. This is fact. And Satan standing on your heart. If you are in ghafla, he will swallow your heart. The meaning of swallow your heart, now he control your kingdom. Now he is the ruler on your kingdom. He gives the orders, he directs you. But if you make, what is the only solution to make dhikr? If you make dhikr, he will run away. And now the nur of Allah in your heart. This is 1, 2. There is no 3 situation. Dhikr or ghafla. Darkness or nur. Blind or seeing. And this is truth or Allah in your heart or Satan control. Allah control your heart or Satan control you. And everyone now expert. You know what? When I wake up at the morning and the Satan said, okay, sleep. And I didn't wake up to pray. You know who control you? It's very clear. At least for this, okay, should we surrender to the Satan? Okay, the first time I didn't walk to prayer, second time I didn't walk to prayer. At the end, and this is very difficult situation. The Satan put you in it. Oh, you cannot pray. Now don't struggle anymore. Just keep the car as it is and to see where you will end. No, you're still keeping, no, next time, inshallah, I'll do it. Next time, inshallah, I'll do it. Next time, inshallah, I'll do it. Something you shouldn't lose. That we shouldn't, may us.
Lose hope or
We shouldn't lose hope with Allah. We shouldn't. We should always be optimistic. Always. It doesn't matter how long, how age, how many, how. You know what? In football game, they consider that the German team are the best. In general, why they are the best? Because they said they play for the last minute, for the 90 minutes. It's 90 minutes. So they play for the some team, other team. They said, okay, now it's 2-0, too late. You cannot do anything. But if they are the German, they will play and they will bring another goal and maybe they will win. They are playing until this is the wisdom I want you to get. We should resist. We should play to the last minute in our life. To the last minute in our life. You shouldn't say, oh, now I am okay. If you are okay, you are in dangerous situation. With the Satan, there is no okay. You don't know how, in the sport, one hit and he finished the game. You don't know how the Satan came to you, or so we should wake up until the last minute. Okay, it doesn't matter how many times you lost with him. It doesn't matter how many times you win over him, but you shouldn't lose hope until the last minute in your life. We should have this good hope in Allah always. We should have this good attention with Allah for always. Let's now go to the ayah. Allah. Al-Anfal, ayah number 24. I think one time a person asked me a question. There's an ayah in Quran that you know that Allah interferes between a human creature and human and his heart. By the way, if we say the man, we understand the man or we understand the human? What?
Human.
Human.
Yeah. Mankind, it should be that way.
Okay. If we say human, is more.
It's better. Yeah.
Okay.
All inclusive there.
So know that Allah
Intervenes.
between the
humans
human and his heart
Their heart.
and their heart. The meaning that Allah interferes between the human and his heart, yani make his heart blind, don't know what to do. And who do this? Who do this? Allah. Allah make you اعلموا أن الله اعلموا. You should know that Allah intervenes بين المرء وقلبه, between the man, the human, and his heart. And really, I think about this ayah. How Allah made this, and it's the Quran. It's the Quran. It is not. It's not a story. It is not hadith. It's Quran. So, what do you think? What do you think? What is the secret behind this? It should be big secret. It should be.
So when battle between shaitan and human itself, then if we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala come and help us.
Yeah, if shaitan, but now Allah intervenes between you and your heart.
Is that because we reason with our heart? That's the battleground for shaitan and us to fight, to win, and Allah will take over the heart. So He helps us. He's in the middle, separating.
Allah will take a leadership, actually.
Because intervening is in the middle to break up a problem. So shaitan
No,
is
this is very bad situation.
Yeah.
When Allah intervenes between you and your heart, that means now you are completely blind. Now you are completely yes. No. So if we return to the ayat from the beginning, and you see that Allah always has justice. Allah always need our side. This is a result. This is a result. Result for what? The ayat said, يا أيها الذين آمنوا استجيبوا لله وللرسول إذا دعاكم لما يحييكم.
O you who have believed, respond to Allah and to the Messenger when He calls you to that which gives you life. And
so response to Allah, because He give you what is suitable to your life, what you need to your life of what? استجيبوا لله, response to Allah. If He call you to have good life in dunya and akhirah, response to Allah. If He guide you to have real and good life in your spirit and your soul, to give you good life in this dunya, in your body, in your heart, in your mind. So response to Allah. And you should know that Allah intervenes between. So there is, we understand from the Arabic text that there is a hidden word in this. Yani it is exactly like I told you. You should pay the tax in the time. The IRS, for instance, will make for you a lot of difficulties. What is the meaning of this? If you don't pay the tax in the suitable and the good time, you will have a problem with. I didn't mention that, but from the understanding from the sentence. So now, what is the understanding from the sentence? Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu, oh believers, respond to Allah and to the Messenger when He calls you to that what gives you life, and now gives you life in a huge meaning, in everything, give you life in everything. So, oh Allah, if we didn't respond to Allah and the Messenger, if they call us to what is, there is a life in it, what will happen? Now, i'lamu, now you should know that Allah intervenes between man and his heart. And you should know that you will return, you will gather to Him at the end, to Allah. So you know, it's a warning, but this warning is as a result because we didn't follow, we didn't respond, we didn't listen, we didn't understand. Go to the next ayah, and the next ayah is really, the next ayah is you know, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's now, and this is the people said that if there is a punishment, maybe it will be for everyone. Why? Why for everyone? The punishment should be for specific people. But no, Allah Azza wa Jal said now to this, wattaqu, and fear, fitnatan, a trial, which will not strike those who wrong among you.
Exclusively.
Oh. That means this trial will
Everyone.
defend everyone. Why it defend everyone? Why it doesn't defend only the affect only the people who are wronged? Why? Why it is for everyone now?
Because they did not spread the message? Is it because they did not spread the message?
Because they are not response from it. This is another warning. This is another result. You know, the first result that Allah intervenes between the man and his heart. The second one, that those people who are not response to Allah, put them under the trial like the wronged people. For instance, today there's disease in China. It's only for the wronged people? No, it's for everyone. For this reason, we shouldn't say, oh, look how Allah punished the Chinese. Please don't go in this way of thinking. Maybe we'll have a lot of sayyat and we don't know. Maybe between those people and innocent people, good people, Muslim people, we don't know. This kind of stereotype is very wrong way of thinking. There is no stereotype. The American are good. The Syrian are good. The Indian are good. No, there is no, this is a stereotype. The good he is good and the bad he is bad and the wrong he is wrong. In every nation, there are good and there are bad. There are good people and there are bad. We act for this reason. There is a great ayah in the Quran and the great law for the humanity. وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى. وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى.
Like no sign will make up another sign.
No one will carry another one. No one will burden another one. No sin. Sin. Everyone responsible about himself. But this is where?
And thereafter.
And thereafter. In Akhirah, no one will be responsible about another except if he helped him to do it. Except if he teach him, you know, man sanna sunnatan hasana, if someone makes something good and the people act like him, he will get their hasanat, and if someone do something bad, he will take his sins and the other people sins also. So here, وَاتَّقُوا فِتْنَةً لَا تُصِيبَنَّ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مِنكُمْ خَاصَّةً. That means anyone may have a trial if there is general trial for everyone. Yes, if we didn't response. But the question now, if there is a general trial, a general test, and we inshallah respond to Allah and His Messenger, will this trial and harm us? No. Now Allah will save us. Now Allah will save us. So وَاتَّقُوا فِتْنَةً, that Allah said, اتقوا, not fear in this context. Fear will give
No result.
completely wrong meaning. What is the meaning here for وَاتَّقُوا? Protect yourself. This is someone would like to. So I put this. I protect my. I protect myself. So the meaning here, وَاتَّقُوا, oh people, protect yourself. But if you fear,
Good for you.
what fear? If I fear from fitna, didn't. But Allah said, taqwa now, protect yourself from what? Protect yourself. If here we change the word and fear, and protect yourself from a trial which will not strike those who have wronged among you exclusively, and know that Allah is severe and in penalty. So now you understand the meaning? Protect yourself. How I protect myself from this trial and this test?
Responding to Allah.
Respond to Allah.
If you return, يا أيها الذين آمنوا استجيبوا لله وللرسول إذا دعاكم لما يحييكم. How we respond to Allah if He call us to what give us life? How? Now we need the
Steps.
We need the practicing. We need what we need to do in our practicing. This is the most important, and this is we'll take it after the break, inshallah. Let's have a break and come back. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا برحمتك الراحمين. Dear brothers and sisters, we start how the result if someone didn't respond to Allah Azza wa Jal, and what the punishment or what the result will be according to this. And one of these is that and as a result that someone will lose the concentration on his heart. Someone feel his heart is blind, and also he will put him under, or he will lose the cover and the protection from the trials and the test. Let's go to the ayah after this. واذكروا إذ أنتم قليل مستضعفون في الأرض تخافون أن يتخطفكم الناس فآواكم وأيدكم بنصره ورزقكم من الطيبات لعلكم تشكرون.
And remember when you were few and oppressed in the land, fearing that the people might abduct you, but he sheltered you, supported you with his victory, and provided you with good things that you might be grateful.
So now Allah Azza wa Jal remind the believer, remind the companions of Prophet Muhammad that you remember when you are little, when you are poor, when you are weak, and when you are fearful, Allah Azza wa Jal support you, how Allah Azza wa Jal sheltered you, how Allah Azza wa Jal provided you with good things. But the question is, when this?
When you fulfill the first.
When you respond to it.
When you respond, يا الذين آمنوا استجيبوا لله والرسول إذا دعاكم لما يحييكم. So if you respond to Allah, if call you to what? Alive you, now He will protect you, He will provide you, He will. Furthermore, you are very poor, you are very weak, you are very little. Now, did you connect the 4 levels of ayat? Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. And you know what? There is very thing we have to understand it, and this is very important. There is nothing vain in the Quran. Everything, there is a purpose, there is a target. There's Allah put these things in order according to what? Yani logic, if He said, if you do this, I will reward you with this. And if you didn't do this, I will punish you with this and this and this, you know. But here we found is vice versa. He put it in order. First order that Allah yahulu bayna al-mar'i wa qalbi. Allah intervenes between the person and his heart, you know, and Allah put them in the what is more important. What is more important that you shouldn't lost your heart. You shouldn't lost your heart. If you lost your heart, now you lost everything. You lost everything. Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned in another ayah, طَبَعَ اللَّهُ عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ. Allah sealed their heart. But why Allah sealed? طبع. Done. Seal their heart. You know. سواء عليهم أنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون. It is the same. If you warn them or you didn't warn them, they will not believe. Like what? Who give me an example? And it's a miracle. It's a miracle. تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب. Allah Azza wa Jal said that Abu Lahab will be in the hellfire. And no way. And if Abu Lahab announced Islam just to make this Quran wrong, you know what? But he didn't understand this. Because what? Allah is sure 100% that this is the destiny of Abu Lahab. So طبع الله على قلوبهم. Someone, he get this result from Allah because of what? Because of Allah or because of his way of acting because of his action. His actions, he get this result. And وَاذْكُرُوا إِذْ أَنْتُمْ قَلِيلٌ مُسْتَضْعَفُونَ. Remember when you are few littles and you are weak and you are oppressed in the land, fearing the people might do all the bad things for you. So Allah Azza wa Jal support you with his victory and provide you. Oh Allah, we need your victory to support us, and we need your rizq, and you need you to provide us with your rizq, and we need you to help us to be thankful to you and grateful to you in everything you sustain to us and you provide to us and you give to us. If you go to the I think this is now in the same way, but this is another subject, another way of response. Maybe in future we will go to this. But let's now take, now we finish the theoretical lecture, and now we are going to the lab. We are going to what?
Lab.
To the lab. Now the lecture is how the work hard. Now we will go to the lab and we will see the heart, and we will, what we call this?
Surgery.
Dissection, and see the practical. Now let's go to the ayah number ayah number 204 in Al-A'raf. 204 and 205 in the books here. 204. Look, now we have to understand that I give to you very important key, and now you can use key in all your recitation in the Quran. Istajibu lillah. What is it? It is the great title. It's great address, and under this address you have a lot of application. Now I will give you one of these application, and one of the most important application. Allah Azza wa Jal said, وَإِذَا قُرِئَ الْقُرْآنُ فَاسْتَمِعُوا لَهُ وَأَنصِتُوا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ.
So when the Quran is recited, then listen to it and pay attention that you may receive mercy.
So this is what is this? It's invitation, it's call, it's recommendation from Allah. It is order from Allah that if you recite the Quran, what should we do?
Pay attention.
Pay attention, listen.
And receive.
And after I pay attention and listen,
Receive the mercy.
what is the third step? Follow, practice. If I ask Brother Saqib, oh Brother Saqib, he didn't listen to me. He will not understand what I want to. But if he listen and he understand that I need a
Bottle of water.
bottle of water, what he will do?
Bring a bottle of water.
He will respond and bring the bottle of water. Now, وَإِذَا قُرِئَ الْقُرْآنُ. If you recite, if you recite the Quran, when you read the Quran, when you recite the Quran, listen to it. فَاسْتَمِعُوا. It's an order. فَاسْتَمِعُوا وَأَنصِتُوا. Not just listen. Listen and pay attention. Listen with all your mind and heart. Listen with all your feelings. Listen with all your understanding. Why? Why we should listen in this way?
It's the way to understand. It's the only way if you pay attention, otherwise you will not understand.
Suppose that's mahalla now, corona everywhere, and there is an announcement from the government. Look, what should you do? How the people will listen to the.
Very careful.
Okay, they drinking, they eating, they don't care, they're talking, they're laughing, or all of them. And if someone talk or make an noise, please stop. Watch, listen. Believe me, this is more important. Now the message for your dunya and akhirah. Now the message for our survival. Any disease, it will end our hayat ad-dunya. This ad-dunya. And this ad-dunya will end sooner or later with corona, without corona, with accident, without accident. تعددت الأسباب والموت واحد.
There is no reason, but there is one death.
So,
Yeah, there are many reasons, but the death is one at the end.
consequence.
The death is one. He died, but the reason are cancer, clot, accident.
Sometimes people go to
a lot. But the result is
Death, one.
تعددت الأسباب والموت واحد. So here, so whatever the disaster, but this responding to this is for your dunya and akhirah. It's for all your understanding. وإذا قرئ القرآن فاستمعوا له وأنصتوا لعلكم ترحمون. Now we have an example, but now there is a deep step. This step is for another thing. I understand. What should I do? Practice. What should I practice? Now we go to the other ayah, 2:05. Now, واذكر ربك في نفسك تضرعا وخيفة ودون الجهر من القول بالغدو والآصال ولا تكن من الغافلين.
And remember your Lord within yourself in humility and in fear, without being apparent in speech, in the morning and the evening, and do not be among the heedless.
So now we listen to Allah, we open our eyes, we open our mind. Oh Allah, what do you want from us? What do you want from us? And Allah now give us the last step. واذكر ربك. Mention, remember your Lord. Your Lord. Who is your Lord?
Allah.
Allah. واذكر ربك. Where? Where? Within
Yourself, inside.
yourself. Should we jump? Should we run? No. Now, you know what? This is the first lecture in Dhikrullah Azza wa Jal. And this lecture, someone asked me, oh, you are from which tariqah? Why I am from this tariqah? Oh, you have this crazy person and you have this. No, I am not. I am from the tariqah of Quran Kareem. This is the tariqah. Please, cancel all the tariqah now, all the turuq. They are on my head. They are honest, they are pure, but it's enough. Return to the tariqah of Rasulullah. Return to the tariqah of Allah. I will ask you, did Rasulullah do this or not?
Yes.
100% or 90%? 100%. Rasulullah, the first person who will respond to Allah. Would you like to apply Sunnah?
Yes.
Yes. This is the 100% Sunnah. Maybe the other hadith, you cannot say the hadith is except the mutawatir, but this is 100%. So Rasulullah, the companions of Rasulullah, mentioning Allah within their self. And what is their situation? Humility and fear and urge Allah. Tadarru'an. Really, tadarru'an is not humility. Humility is a part of tadarru'an. Tadarru'an is, if you came to someone and you said, oh, please, really I respect you. Really, I love you. Really, I need you. I urge you to help. This is tadarru'an. So I don't know what the English word you will give me for tadarru'an. But it's not. Humility is very part of tadarru'an.
Total submission.
Full submission with love, respect, fear, submission. Really, sometimes one word is not enough. It needs a lot too. So this is the meaning of tadarru'an. So this is the reality of dhikr. In your where? بالغدو والآصال. Twice. So as I said, this is a starting. And is that mean the dhikr of the heart? What do you think? Do you think it's the dhikr of the heart, Tanya? But it's the dhikr of the heart.
Yes.
Now, I will give you very important secret, and this is something I do it. I didn't know someone else do it. I don't know, maybe someone other, I don't know. But you know, this is usually the people of dhikr divided the dhikr into two things. Dhikr qalbi wa dhikr lisani, by tongue and by heart. I divided dhikr by four. Dhikr lisan, the tongue. And it is the dhikr of Hippocrates. Just taking with you, thinking about the food, and he said, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, but just in tongue, without any. And this is the level 4. Level 3 is the hidden dhikr. This is the hidden dhikr. This is what? The hidden dhikr. Now your heart doesn't start yet. Now you focus to your heart to start, but your heart doesn't start. So we call this dhikr khafi, hidden dhikr. It is a step. It is a step before the heart. This will lead you to the what? To your heart. So the second place is the dhikr in your heart. This is the best dhikr. This is the generator. Now when someone, his heart starting with dhikr, now the generator is working, he will give electricity to air condition, give electricity to frigidaire, give. So it is the second. What is the top of the dhikr?
The best.
Yeah.
The tongue and the heart.
Tongue and heart. But this is complicated. If you didn't know the dhikr in your heart, you cannot, if you don't know how to drive, you cannot drive and drink Coke and eat some. It's impossible to make this. So the tongue and heart, it is the highest level of dhikr. But as I said, it need the dhikr of the heart. So it's 4. And this is, you know, this is the starting. This is the first lesson in dhikr. And believe me, inshallah, I am honest with this. Dhikr in Quran is a college. What? It's a college. It's not just some. It's not a kishari at the end. Kishari or kawaj in Arabic. No. Unfortunately, today the people who believe in dhikr act with dhikr like kishari. That subhanallah, astaghfirullah, anytime, and you are good. 100 times, you. No, it's not a kishari. It's a college. It's organized. And Allah mentioned everything in his step. And this is, you know what? The first lesson of dhikr. And this is give you the time, give you the way, give you everything. We don't need to Sheikh Muhyiddin ibn Arabi, or we don't need to, all these very good scholars. They are very good. I don't complain about any of them. I don't dare to complain about any of them. But I give the easy way there. If you go in India to Ganges River, at the end, how you find it? Dirty. But if you go to the Ganges from the source, what you will find?
Purest.
In Himalayas, it will be pure, fresh. So let's return to the source. Let's return to, as I said, all the people are good, all the people we respect them, but let's return to source, because the river at the end has a lot of, and this is the, you know, this is life. This is life, and you choose to take the water from where he in the country, where in the Varanasi. Yeah, if you get the water from Varanasi, or you get it from Himalaya, from the source, Alhamdulillah. الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب وَلَمْ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ عِوَجًا. Thanks to God that He sent the book. This is the starting of Surah Al-Kahf. Why we recite Surah Al-Kahf every Jum'ah? Alhamdulillah, because it starts with thanks God that give us the book and give us the straight book without any deviation, without any changing, without any mistake. Alhamdulillah. And as I said, always and always and always, now the humanity still have one card for the survival of a humanity. There is only one card to the survival of a humanity, which is the book of Allah, which is Kitabullah, which is the word of Allah. Put it and open your heart and open your soul, and we put it for everyone and call it. It is not for Muslim. It is not for Arab. It is not for Indian. It is Alhamdulillahi Rabbi Al-Alameen. It is for Al-Alameen. Someone said, oh, why you not allow people to go to Mecca and Medina? Yes, but we allow everyone to recite and understand and follow the Quran. This is the way to Mecca and Medina. This is more important than Mecca and Medina. This is the way to Allah. This is the way to Allah. So please, let's understand this ayat very well. Let's understand not as people who are practicing dhikr. No, as people who prepare themselves to be teacher to dhikr in the future. I don't deal with you, just the people who are like, no. You are in college of the dhikrullah. You are in this college. You're practicing, you following, you understanding, and inshallah, in the future, the people need your help. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Subhana rabbika Rabbil Izzati amma yasifun. وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة.
You didn't explain how do we know what's in the heart.
Excuse me?
You said you were going to explain how do we know what's in the heart.
What?
The final step. We're saying it, but how do we know? He's asking.
No, now you start this and this now your heart doesn't respond yet. But later on, your heart responds to the name of Allah. So, but this is how you start. And you're hidden, and this is what we said, close your eyes, focus in your heart, sit, make tadarru'an wa khifa, mention your Lord, the name of your Lord, you know. This will push you to the next and lead you to the next stage. So let's make zikr. If there is any quick question, if there is no quick question, we'll go to zikr. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم يا مفتح الأبواب ويا مسبب الأسباب ويا مقلب القلوب والأبصار ويا غياث المستغيثين ويا أمان الخائفين ويا أمل المتحيرين أغثنا توكلنا عليك يا رب العالمين ونفوض أمورنا إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد بألف لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر أستغفر الله فاتحة شريفة خمس. إخلاص شريف. إخلاص شريف. إخلاص شريف. له. صلوات شريفة. اللهم يا جليس الذاكرين ذكر الشريف. الله. Allah, Allah. فاعلم أنه لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إلا الله لا إله 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 إلا الله سيدنا ونبينا محمد رسول الله عليها نحيا وعليها نموت وعليها نبعث إن شاء الله من الآمنين المطمئنين المستبشرين بالجنة وما أرسلناك إلا رحمة للعالمين أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم أعنا على دوام ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك ولا تجعلنا يا إلهنا يا مولانا من الغافلين اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه يا رب العالمين يا رجاء السائلين اجعلنا لك من المستجيبين اجعلنا من الذين استجابوا لآياتك واستجابوا لطلباتك واستجابوا لأوامرك على الشكل الذي يرضيك عنا فآونا يا الله وانصرنا يا الله وارزقنا يا الله ومدنا بمددك يا الله إننا ضعفاء فقونا إننا فقراء فأغننا إننا مشتتين ممزقين فوحدنا يا رب اجمع قلوبنا على محبتك يا رب اجمع قلوبنا على ذكرك يا رب اجمع قلوبنا على طاعتك سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين إلى شرف النبي وأرواح المؤمنين الفاتحة الرحمن الرحيم